Welcome to our video series on improving your copywriting. In this video, we'll discuss the importance of using bullets and bulleted lists. A very important part of your sales letter is bullets, bulleted lists. Here, for example, you can see that there are a few bullets, and the reason is that they're easy to read. They're very likely to be read even by people skimming because they grab your attention, and people like to read lists. Bullets are generally the biggest benefits of the product converted into essentially short paragraphs, into very persuasive sentences. What I've done, for example, what I've done in the past is, let's say a product of mine, let's say I've gone through each page and I've made a list of all the features, what the pages talk about, and generally 100 pages is enough work. I've generally just stuck to one feature, one thing, or the most interesting thing that page talks about, and then I've gone through the list of 100 features and converted them into benefits. And you convert the features into benefits, of course, by asking how does this feature benefit the reader. And if you don't have an answer for that, maybe you should ignore that feature. And then you'll have a whole list of benefits, a whole bunch of ways in which the features actually benefit your readers, and then take the strongest ones, or all of them if you wish, but it's best to take the strongest ones, and then you can create bullets from those. Get rid of any boring benefits, but if it's a benefit, it's still of interest to the reader, and you can convert those into bullets. And actually, copy is often repetitive. You know that benefits mentioned in bullets are also going to be mentioned elsewhere in the copy, just in a different way. So copy can be quite repetitive. And generally, people won't realize important concepts about your product need to be reiterated because people may not be really interested in your product to begin with, so what really benefits them are things you'll probably want to mention quite a few times. For an example, in this case, I've gone back to this example where the $2.95 offer is mentioned again and again and again. So the strongest benefits are usually mentioned several times. So bullets really help break up the page, and generally people do read them, and bold and unbolded text, and also highlighted text, can help your bullets be even more readable. And you generally bold or highlight the strongest part of the sentence or paragraph. Often you can have big lists of bullets, but in this case, they've broken up the bullets into different sections of the letter. And here's a different way to use bullets. Book 1, he talks about Book 1, and instead of bullets, each chapter becomes a bullet effectively. So Chapter 1, Chapter 2, and so on. And actually, importantly, in this example, the chapter names have to be really interesting, or otherwise people aren't going to be interested in the product. So the chapter names are very important as well. Chapter 1 is Destroying the Myths. Chapter 2, First Things First, the tools you need, and so on. Also, what's very important with this copy, especially with certain products, educational type products, information products, because they're effectively just selling information, curiosity is very important. You really want to get people interested, but don't satiate their curiosity. For example, this talks about Chapter 1, but it doesn't actually satiate the reader's curiosity about what's in the product. Chapter 1, Destroying the Myths. Who says a newbie can't build a website? Separating the fact from the fiction, and most of it is fiction. So it doesn't really say anything, but it gets you interested in the product itself. So that's important. So bullets are very important to your copy, and I strongly suggest you implement them into your sales presentation because it helps capture the skimmers as well as people who read every word. And often, it's the part of the sales presentation that people read the most carefully. That's where you put across your strongest benefit, and it's a very important part of your copy.